Hello everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we are with Higurashi When They Cry. So, the Wanton Nagashi festival is now over, and we just had the bright tip from Tomatake-san about people die every year on this day, and none of our friends told us about it. They were trying to lie to us. How dared they? They didn't want to freak us out. How could they? I want to freak out about this. And it's like Sadako isn't the one who kills like Rika, or like neither of them have anything to do with this, and someone completely else that we have never seen before. I have no idea where the game will go. Plus, also, I just find it utterly hilarious if no one goes missing or dies like that day, but then goes missing this next day. That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. I guess we'll see where that goes. Ah. Ah, what a bright new day. Hopefully nothing goes bad. Good morning. Nice job yesterday, Kei-chan. You didn't do so badly yourself, Mion. You didn't hit the goddamn teddy bear, so I'm, got my eyes on you. But you didn't go missing. God damn it. Yesterday was fun. Oh, that's right, Keiichi-kun. Thank you so very much. Well, at least you two are fine. But, Rika and Satoko... Gotta make sure of that, keep an eye on them. For Mr. Bear. Is that what you named him? Aw. I'm glad you like it. Don't use a pincushion, though. Please don't. Don't practice voodoo or acupuncture in it, please. Acupuncture is another sort of relaxation, please. I don't think he wants to deal with the pain of getting home. I feel he'll get mentally tortured the second you get home. Yeah. I wouldn't. Not for something so cute. Ah, look. At the school. Still chatting happily, we entered the classroom, but the moment I stepped into the room, a splashing sound and a nasty sensation. There was a bucket filled to the brim with water. And unfortunately, my foot stepped right into it. Wait, it was not on top of the door, you just stepped into it? Okay. Well, at least you're here. Okay. My now, how diligent of you to mop the floor this morning. I'll mop the floor with your goddamn head of hair. What the fuck? What the fuck? Wah! Keiichi-san flicked my forehead. That's a new sprite. Oh, are you? Okay, you're still here. Okay, you're alive. Okay. You should set a more brutal trap next time. Okay, so they're not dead. They were the people who died this time, though. You might die later, though. You should set a more brutal trap next time. Seeing that, Rina being a swoon as Mion looked at them in disbelief. I'm in disbelief right now. That's just funny, though. If no one's dead or gone missing from yesterday, that's just kind of funny. And someone dies today. Everything was the same as always. Everybody was there, nothing felt out of place. Psychological. The uncertainties I had in the back of my mind since yesterday had vanished. What is it, Keiichi-kun? Nothing. I'm definitely not thinking anything horrible that must have happened yesterday from something you guys didn't want to tell me anything about. Nothing of the sort. Didn't get enough sleep, maybe? Maybe? I had nightmares about giving away Mr. Bear. I wish I had him to save away the nightmares. I said like a log, but if you want, I'll do a reenactment during class. Reenactment of your log practice? Or what happened in your nightmare? Giant monsters rampaging the town, killing and destroying everything all you sight, everything you loved, and yeah. You shouldn't do that. Destruction of property. Mion alerted us the teacher was coming, so everyone shuffled off to their seats. Oh. Why are we getting sprites for you now? Okay, now I'm just feeling weirded out now. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday was the festival. Thank you all to the people who stayed until the very end to help clean up. We were all slackers, so none of us actually helped clean up. Actually, I'm feeling the only thing we did was run around the festival and cause a ruckus. Yeah, that's literally just your running thing right now. Even though other towns around know you, you're that popular. You see that? You're that popular, Keiichi. All eyes are on you. Don't let the anxiety and tension get to you. Okay then, this time of year, you might see some people here from out of town doing interviews for the festival for magazines. And nothing for anything else, don't worry. I thought it was the usual stuff, so I was gonna tune it out, but then I noticed the different tone of voice and started paying attention. Maybe ask questions. Please don't say anything silly or something that could be taken the wrong way. Do you understand? In unison, everyone replied, "Yes, ma'am." Huh. What she said was really vague, but I understood what she was trying to say. So something did happen. That woman actually is dead. That's the reason why we saw her. Oh, actually, what if Tomataki, like, died? Oh my god, actually. Oh god. Oh my god, that's actually darker to think about. What she said was really vague, but I understood what she was trying to say. After all, this was the 5th year. There are probably lots of third-rate reports pouring in, hoping something regarding the curse had happened. Yeah, and if something did happen, she's trying to make sure none of you panic, you know? It did nothing but perpetuate the village's bad image. She was saying, "Don't spout stupid shit you think is funny." You swore! Oh my god, Keiichi, I didn't think you'd be having this foul language. You're not supposed to say funny. And now is one of the ones who need to keep their mouths shut. I found it rather cute how I felt a sense of unity from such a trite thing, if I do say so myself. You've been indoctrinated. You have been. Also, it's supposed to be cute, not cute, okay? Rena hasn't given you the old 1-2 brainwashing just yet in your brain of how to speak it, okay? I was some of the club activities at the school. Since everybody was still pretty tired from yesterday, we just spent the day relaxing. Yeah, that wasn't happening. I was gonna call you out for that. Today, let's play a classic game of deduction. Oh. Like what? How about this one? Oh, a game from overseas. Oh, it's like, well, it's a Western port game you mentioned before at the very beginning you, I guess, wanted to get, I guess? Looks interesting. The instructions are in English, but the rules don't seem that hard. Oh, wait, oh my god, actually. If it's gonna, like, I wonder if the story is gonna be doing that the whole time. I keep seeing people, like, like, even the Steam, like, page, like, you're gonna second guess yourself so many times. That's probably what's gonna be happening for the whole entire rest of the game. And that's how it's gonna be written. Like, the very beginning opening prologue probably is gonna happen, but they're giving you lots of fake outs and red herrings along the way. And, like, spoon-feeding small things to make it seem like, oh, something bad's gonna happen, then, like, nothing does, but at the same time, there's still gonna be a sense of foreboding everywhere. That's the whole thing. That's what I keep hearing about him, you're gonna be synchronized with the protagonist, like, how he thinks and all that. That's the one thing I hear a few times. Synchronize your watches. Brainwaves. I won't lose it here. I'm kind of curious how that would go then. Like, I'm not too bad at this game. It seemed that Rena didn't handle this kind of game very well. The rules are, the person who can catch the murderer, weapon, and the scene of the crime wins. Oh, this is Clue. Okay. Or Cluedo, depending on where, you know, the game you got it from. There are 3 kinds of cards comprised of suspects, weapons, and locations. Where's the woman red? I can see the names Mion and Rika were written in the suspect cards. What? Oh, a card with my name on it as well. They're playing different weapons too. Inventive. Like knives, axes, and poison. Standardized. But axes. How about a pickaxe? The locations are pretty nice too. Like the living room, the study, and the courtyard. So basically, you take out one of each of the cards. These are the answer cards. So we shuffle the meaning cards and hand them out. We ask each other about the cards and figure the right ones. I see. So the cards nobody has are the true perpetrators. Dang. Then you raise your hand if you know the answer. The game ends when we check if the answer is correct. If you're right, then you get a point. If you're wrong, then you lose a point. Since the game ends even if no one gets it right, all the cards are gathered up and redistributed. You learn as you go. You really have to use your brain. Like, yeah, you don't use it at all, huh, do you? You'll get confused if you don't take notes. You're playing this like both like in middle school and literally just for one session in Japanese class, literally just for all that, just like trying to speak like the different like I guess characters' names, the weapons themselves, and the locations like in Japanese. So yeah, I practically forgot all those turns by now. God damn it. The rest you can figure out by playing. So Mion, don't lose. What's the penalty this time? Everyone directed their attention to Mion! Exclamation point. Let's see. We're all still a little tired from yesterday, so maybe we'll take it easy with a gopher penalty. Gopher? You'd be asked to rush out and buy stuff for everyone. Oh, okay. That's more commonplace. Penalty. So just being asked to go buy stuff like drinks and candy, I guess. You have to use your allowance, the biggest penalty of all. I was saving up to buy a game. I feel like the penalty today is pretty simple. You sound like you want it to be more deadlier. I wonder, is it really? Depends. That depends like how much you're allowed to put on that list of them, and make you run out all your money. Is Keiichi-san thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah. You don't know what you have to go buy. I'm betting Mion would send out whoever loses to buy stuff like hemorrhoid cream or happy family planning manual or other crazy stuff. Oh yeah, those, okay. I remember like some people like doing those kind of games, like like you buy like a bunch of items under $20 and like try to freak out the cashier as much as you can with just the context of the items. Like for example, I'm gonna buy a whole box of trash bags, a shovel, and peroxide. The cards are lightly shuffled and passed out to each player. The real perpetrator, the correct weapon, and the scene of the murder have been taken out. So that means all the cards I have in my hand are innocent cards. Yeah. Then I'll go first since I'm the club president, I guess. Well then, Mion, knife, study. You pick one suspect, weapon, and murder scene, and ask the other players. If you have any of those cards, then you must say, I have one. However, you don't need to say which one you have. Yeah, I got it. Me too. I have one. Oh, so literally all three. Oh my, all of them are here. So... Oh dang it, Mion was the killer, god damn it, I hate it. 3 people answered when she asked they had Mion, knife, and study. So that means Mion and knife and study are all in the clear. Gotta jot that down. Scribble. Gotta take so much goddamn notes. Then I'll go. Arena, Axe, and Lounge. Only 2 people said they had one? So it means at Arena, Axe, and Lounge, one of them is correct and is part of the crime? Oh my gosh. No wait, even if they say they have one, they don't have to say how many. It's possible either Sadako or Rika-chan has 2 of the cards. Well, Kei-chan is next. Go ahead. Wait just a little. I'm still sorting things out. No time for thinking or planning your deduction. Go now. Action time. Go. Don't think things through. The game has me thinking more than I thought. Man, it's making your brain go all haywire. You're gonna think this is gonna go, huh? Oh man, this feels like it's gonna be tough. Still love this music though a lot. Alright, now I have the criminal. What? Already? Here I am spinning around circles and Mion just now raised her hand. You know, going around circles, huh? The murderer is Rika-chan. Oh my. In the infirmary with the poison. Well? Mion drew the cards in the box. Mion tried to see if her deduction was right. I was right! Nice. All I needed was one more hand. I could tell whether it was poison or a pistol. I never use a pistol. Sounds like you have experience with this. I like killing them slowly with poison. With poison. You can also just use pistol to just fire everyone in the limbs. Just torture them. I'll be as morbid as I can be. Rika-chan's such a hugely terrifying thing with such a sweet little face. Everyone was making a commotion about how they almost had it. Rina and I were left out in the cold, though. We're here with a loser squad here. How did you do, Keiichi-kun? I couldn't get it at all. Don't worry. I had no idea either. How can you be so unsure? You'll both end up in last place together this rate. That's even worse. I don't want to be losers with Rina. Going out buying something together as a couple. What if we end up having to buy the Happy Family Planning Manual? Oh my god, that's actually hilarious. No, yes. No, I want to see. I want to see what this is. I can tell from Keiichi's expression that he's not very good at this game. That's not true. I'll show you the true power of Sherlock Maebara during the next round. You mean Herlock Maebara, you mean? The copyright. God damn it, the copyright for that game. They had to swap the letters around in his name. My, that sounds just wonderful. I shall give you quite the thrashing. After that, I managed to somewhat grasp the trick behind the game, but I was still always a step or two behind. Like, you won basically almost everything in the game present, and now you're having trouble with this. Back and forth. I saw that Mian was somehow gleaning information from how the others were asking their questions. That level of experience is just too much. I mean, that's also the way how you do it. Really just figure out, like, like just asking why they're thinking of him framing it this way. Because, like, out of the question that everyone else has, you to compartmentalize in your head, like, why are they really bringing up this person, or this item, or this scene? That means they don't have those cards in their hands. That's what it means. You need to use that. That's gonna be doubly so to try to figure out in your head, though, so, The only way it could stay to come back was if I became ruthless. You weren't doing that this whole time? Do you not even know what club you're in? I tossed out the simple concept of deduction and switched over to the thought process that needed to win. The important thing isn't to find out the criminal, it's to win at the game, and to win the game, you have to find out the criminal. Your thoughts are turning circular, okay? Eureka! Oh, sorry, I need to go to the bathroom. What is your fucking plan here? Take your time and squeeze out a nice one. Okay. Michan, that's gross. Yeah. I had them hold off the game and head down the hall. Okay, what? The air was crisp. Just go outside the door and just like look into the window just to look at everyone's cards. Everyone puts their card hands down, they see you in the window like, you fucking cheat! It showed just how stagnant the air in the classroom was from our body heat. The school grounds, some of our classmates were still playing around. After spending some time cooling my head, Rina had made her way over towards me. Keiichi-kun, did you call for me? Yeah, I did. Call? Wait, what? As I got from my seat, I winked over at Rina. Wait, you, like, went to the restroom? Wait, did you go to the restroom and go back to the classroom? Where are you sitting? I'm glad it worked out. I don't want to waste much time, so I'll get right to the point. Rina, what's your record at this game we're playing today? She was taking me back. After a moment, she hesitantly opened her mouth. Well, all losses. Why do you ask, I wonder? I wonder. I can tell from how apprehensively she was playing. The way things are going, I will as well. I can't figure out a way to pull off a last-minute comeback in this one. So, I guess both of us be taking the penalty? Hey, I don't accept defeat already. How about we win this? And you have a plan for this? Your plan is just to make a strategy while no one else is listening? Or they're listening to you right now and making this plan while being not inconspicuous as possible? Like Rina and you are the room, the two lowest people on the ranking of the winners of this board? Yeah, that's definitely not going to be inconspicuous at all, okay? If you're gonna think of a plan, you have to think of how the rest of them are thinking, like, that they're thinking you're gonna actually making a plan. Then you gotta flip their way of thinking that you're making a plan to make a comeback. Just reverse your reversed way of thinking. But how can we? Why are we doing a lot of zoom-ins now? Okay. I brought my lips up to Rina's ear. Whisper, 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 whisper. Huh? Is that allowed? Did you forget, Rina? The second rule of our society. Do everything in your power to obtain victory. Oh, I see. That means we gotta blackmail them all. Yeah, I'll try my best. Oh boy, have fun with that blackmail. Or if it comes in a black envelope, just make it a green mail or an orange mail or a white mail. You know, anything that comes with it. 1 second. Yeah, tasty. Our plan of attack was quite a rudimentary one. At the beginning of the game, everyone would be focused on their own hand for a while, taking notes and whatnot. Since our seats were right next to each other, we'd reveal our hands to each other. If we did it under the desk, nobody would know. I have a feeling they're going to find out about it anyway. The other three are going to work together, make sure you two lose, actually. No, that's great. No, I love it. We begin the game with twice as much information as everyone else. Having this much information would mean you need to investigate less. With this sort of plan of attack, we start off with a big lead over other guys. And the fact that you're telling us this right here instead of like right in the middle of the game means that's gonna be taken advantage of. Yeah, with this we could probably win. We both smirked at each other. If I was the shady businessman, Lorena was the corrupt senator. Pleasure doing business with you. Okay. Let's hurry back. We'll work as a duo to surprise everyone. Hey now, there's no point if we go back together. It would be like flat out telling them we made a little arrangement. Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, my first thought is actually, like, pretend you were in the bathroom, like, wash your hands even if you didn't go and all that. Like, pretend. Actually act the part, okay? Please. Please, become the actor you were always meant to be. Be the manipulator you're always born to be, apparently, Keiichi. Oh, sorry, then what should we do? Okay, I'm gonna go restroom, you go out to the front door, and you go inside go into classroom from the window. That'd be a clear intimidation factor, and everyone will be so nervous about that. Intimidation. Go back ahead of me, Rena. I'll take my time coming back after washing my face or something. Okay, got it. Rena turned around and headed back to the classroom. I guess I should wait a bit longer before going back. If I went too soon, it wouldn't seem like I went to the bathroom. If Mion or one of them suspected something, then there could be problems. Well, I figured out sooner or later, because both Rena and I would start winning over and over again. Both Rena and I will have earned enough points to avoid being the losers by the time Mion realized what was happening. Excellent. Not bad at all. Oh. I was actually expecting, like, you would, like, talk to someone else. Maebara-kun, may I have a moment? Huh? It's the teacher. Man, things are just starting to get good. I won't play my goddamn game, teacher. Leave me alone. What is it? I'm a bit... You have a guest. Please make your way to the entrance. A guest? It's not like I own a hotel. They've been waiting. Please hurry. Right before my big match was pretty bad timing to have a visitor. The very fact that someone was here to see me was strange enough to pique my interest. Getting flashbacks to him on the zombie tag. I don't want to waste any time, so I decided to take care of it quickly. The entryway was a heavy contrast in the hot sunlight and deep shadows. Oh, are you the principal, actually? Or no, it's not you. I immediately just clocked you because your hair is not thinning. Waiting there, looking uncomfortably warm, was a middle-aged man. His tie sloppily loosened, and his jacket tucked underneath his arm. Now I'm getting weirded out that we're getting lots of new sprites all of a sudden out of nowhere to the festival. That's actually kind of, that's a tiny bit unsettling. Are you Maebara-san? Keiichi Maebara-san? There's no question that he wasn't a resident of Hinamizawa, and that this was without a doubt the first time he had met me. Oh god, I see a reporter. Ever since I met Tomatake-san, it seemed that I was fated to meet middle-aged men. God damn it. Oh, don't phrase it like that, jeez. That's right. Who might you be? I have the AC in my car, let's talk there. No! It's a bit hot here, don't you think? No. What the fuck? The man completely ignored my question, pointed over to his car parked near the gate, and began walking. You've got to be kidding me. I had no intention of going along with some geezer didn't even know. He's asking me to get in his car with him? Yeah, no, please. I'm not gonna bite. I'm pretty sure you will. You will. Come on now. Give him the back door of his car and called me. The back... Oh, God, this is stranger danger all over. I didn't like this old man. I want to know what it's all about. Your curiosity is gonna be the death of you. Even while knowing that conversations that start out like this had never led to anything good. Why did you do this, Keiichi? What the fuck? The inside of his car was pretty cool. Okay. Cars with air conditioners are supposed to be a luxury. Like, is it not a big luxury in the 80s? I don't know cars about that back then. Not a lot of things back then. So I wasn't born then, or grew up then. My dad didn't have one in his car, at least. Sad. Please let me know if it's too cold for you, okay? I have a habit of cranking it all the way up. So what business do you have with me? Out of spite, I decided to ignore his remark in the same way he did to me, instead of my own line of questioning. He pulled a notepad from his pocket and took out a picture that was stuck between the pages. Oh boy. On it was the face of a pretty goofy looking guy. If you know anything related to this individual, then please tell me. Who the heck is this? I doubt even his close friends would be able to recognize who he was from this expressionless picture. Like it was taken at DMV. It was like I guess a license photo or something? There were scribbles in this shirt done with a permanent marker. Oh my god. Holy shit. There were scribbles on this shirt done in permanent marker, starting with yours, Maebara-san, and quite a few of your classmates signed as well. Huh? This is Tomataki-san? There's no hint of his usual unreliable and easygoing personality in this photo. It was an expressionless, half-asleep face. And do you know this woman? Oh my god. Oh god, one of them is dead and the other's missing. Oh god. Even before seeing it, I had a good idea who it was. I don't remember her name, but she's some lady who was with Tomataki-san last night. I didn't know what her name was, but I didn't know she was a resident of Hinamizawa. When was the last time you saw these two? The night of the Nagashi. We spoke. They seemed pretty close, I guess. Didn't anything bother you about them? Anything is fine. Go ahead and say it. Being asked for every little detail is very troubling, honestly. Yay, second guessing time. I had a pretty good idea of who this guy was by now. Did something happen to them? There was no response to my inquiry. Thus I replied to that sounds in kind. I was pretty sure, no, certain that this guy was a cop. Then why? Why was he asking about Tomataki-san? Did something happen to him? More importantly, why me? Shouldn't there have been plenty of other people who knew more about him than I did? I think it's a bit weird, like, thinking about it, that if, like, oh my god, they found... No, Tomataki is dead and the woman is literally just went missing. If they found his body and read the marker that was found on his shirt and permanent marker from all of us, that means he's dead. That means he's dead. Oh god. Or someone like noted those like markings in their shirt and like read it to everyone. But he sounded so sure about that fact, so no, he's dead. Shouldn't there have been plenty of other people who knew more about him than I did? The roar of the air conditioner felt unbearably loud. After a long pause, he finally spoke again. You moved here just recently, isn't that right, Maebara-san? Are you aware, I wonder, about the stories of Yashiro-sama? My heart began to race. I'm pretty terrible at hiding things. I probably showed my face. Not at all? If you don't, then that's fine. Well, I have heard of it. Tomataki-san told me, actually. Directly. How much do you know about it? The dismemberment killing, the accidental death, the death by illness, fall by suicide. Well, quote-unquote, they don't even know where she is. And the lady who was beaten to death. The incidents that always happen the day they went to Ganashi, ending in suspicious deaths. Who went missing on the housewives from homicide? I didn't think Tomataki-san would have kept anything from me. I think that was everything. No, rather, I didn't want to think there was anything more than that. Maebara-san, do you believe in the curse? Well, feel free to speak openly about it. I don't believe in it. My answer was instant. It wasn't so much that I didn't believe in it, as I was on the verge of believing. I wanted to clear up my own doubts. That was the more prominent feeling. Really? Then that's great. Guess you really are one of those city-raised boys. So what if I don't believe? I have friends waiting, so could you get to the point? The man in this picture is dead. Figured. My mind went blank. Huh? What happened to Tomataki-san? It would seem that he died last night. That was the night of the one to Higurashi. Do you understand the implications that behind that, Maebara-san? Implications? Not any, not any for the cause of his death, the reason behind it. The real problem was that he died on the day of the one to Nagashi. Meaning, this year, the curse of Yoshiro-sama had once again... The death of Jiro Tomataki is still confidential. You can understand why that is, right? I don't understand why. You're keeping, like, silent about how he died then. Okay. Please, tell me. Tell me what happened. It was rather peculiar. Might be a little too graphic for someone born and raised in Hinamizawa. Okay, this music, oh boy. It was a roundabout way of saying it, but it caused me to doubt whether or not I wanted to hear the rest. Huh, that little twinge, it just, The music. Huh. I would only regret forcing myself to learn something I shouldn't. Or at least, that's how I figured I would feel if I listened to the rest. Oh, that's where this goes. Oh. Oh, the radio log was for his death. Oh. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh wow. Oh. Oh. Oh, that makes so much sense thinking about it. The first three were the newspapers for like the different deaths, and the fourth one was the one that happened the night of. Oh god. God damn it. God damn it. One of our patrol cars discovered the body on the way back from security detail at the festival. It was late, about 5 till midnight. Location was, you know where the road into the town becomes paved, right? Down past the slope, on a shoulder, around there. There are a few streetlights in that road. Its pitch black darkness was only broken by the lights of passing cars and the moon. It was a stroke of luck that Tomataki-san was spotted collapsed in the shoulder of the road. Tomataki-san was face down, covered in blood. Blood and muck covered the asphalt. We thought it was a hit and run at first. When the officer tried to see if he was still alive, he quickly noticed something abnormal. His throat had been ripped open. Oh. From a knife or something? Or a wild animal? No. Oh god, actually. Jesus Christ. Nails? As in fingernails? You mean his neck was clawed through? From the coroner's report, it was revealed that it was with his own nails. What? What does that mean? Basically, it means it wasn't a murder, it was suicide. That was... oh my god. Were those blood underneath his fingernails? Tomataki-san, whatever was going through his mind, tore open his own throat. As hard as he could with his own nails. Oh god, actually. I've never heard of anything like that. Okay, oh god. That's actually... that's new. Tore through the skin until he started to bleed. And even then, Tomataki-san didn't stop. He continued clawing. With enough intensity that it could have peeled off his nails. Still clawing. Still clawing. Then, as his nails reached down those vital arteries that you should never damage, he continues clawing. Blood splat out on the ground around him. As he bled, while gasping for breath, he collapsed. His body spasmed, and he died in agony. We thought drugs were to blame, but nothing of that nature was detected. It was a suicide? I never even heard of such a thing. My only first thought is a momentary insanity then. Oh my god. This unnatural way of dying. If this was a mysterious death, then what was? The way he died. In these 5 years, his death was most resembled that of a curse. As to show both myself and Tomataki-san, we proclaimed there was no such thing as a curse, that we were wrong. There were a few more suspicious details. From his body chemistry, perspiration, epilation, and so on, we conclude that he was in a state of hysteria right before his death. That just sounds like insanity. That was a given. Panic? Yeah. It's hard to believe someone would be in a sound state of mind while clawing at their throat. Wounds on his hands matched a discarded piece of lumber found nearby. Like, did he claw in the wood, or like, what was the... what? There are traces of where he struck trees and the guardrails with it. Wounds on his hand. He struck trees and the guardrail. He just completely went insane then. Tomotage-san's blood was found all over the place. Meaning that while tearing his own throat, he was swinging around a piece of lumber. What the fuck? There were external injuries, which were not self-inflicted, discovered on Tomotage-san. There is a high probability Tomotage-san was assaulted. Oh my god. Okay, so being attacked, and you feel the need to both, like, claw at your own throat and make sure to fend off against someone who wants to do something worse to you or something like that? Oh my god. Oh god, this is so... The external injury suggests there may be multiple suspects. To summarize, Tomotage-san was surrounded and attacked. You're making it sound something oddly similar to the very first crime. While wandering the night roads in a state of panic, after being cornered, he picked up a piece of lumber and tried fighting back. Somewhere in there, he began mildly tearing at his own throat, clawing at it. Why? Then he died. The presumed time of death was between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m., meaning it occurred right after you finished talking to Tomotage-san at the festival. Everyone signed Tomotage-san's shirt, then parted ways. Right after that... Oh yeah, he should have been with a woman. What about her? She's missing. She hasn't shown up to work, and she hasn't returned home either. There's a very high probability that she was involved in this incident. For a while, I can only gaze off into space. I never would have thought that something unfortunate happening to somebody close to me could affect me this deeply. The time I'd spent with Tomotage-san was short, but we went to the same festival, spent time together, and took part in the same competition. He was one of us. We have been continuing the investigation on various fronts, but when it comes to Oyashiro-sama's curse, the villagers here aren't very cooperative. That I knew very well. I would have been no wiser if not for Tomotage-san, the outsider, telling me. So that's why he came to me? Because I'm not originally from Hinamizawa? I should have been angry that was the reason you wanted to hear what had happened from me. I think it's more... I think it makes perfect sense because everyone lived here, like, pretty longer. They don't want to talk about it at all, the whole thing. But, like, if an outsider's there, they're more willing to talk. And you got used to, like, some of the gossip around, and, like, are willing more to divulge stuff. Especially if he is a cop. Oh, God. But, like, there's nothing else odd about it, and he's, like, saying a lot of things happened, like, the details of it very plainly, so, like, unless there's, like, some details they're omitting, then, like, that's pretty much just the gist of what happened, and anything anyone, like, accidentally says, like, the whole thing of, like, be detailed, but, like, vague enough as possible that someone says a detail which you never told anyone anything, they would catch you on it, that whole thing, I should have been angry that was the reason you wanted to hear what happened from me. If things go the way they have been, the conclusion would be that Jiro Tomotage died from Oshiro-sama's curse. Okay. Alright then. Also, I'm literally just giving, like, this guy just, like, almost the exact same voice as Tomotage because, well, he's dead, and maybe this guy's gonna come back more, so I'm, give him the voice, okay? It transferred soul-wise to one person to the next. That means this guy's gonna die next. He turned away from me and gazed far off into the distance. The night of the Wantanagashi. During that sacred ritual, he callously snapped off photos, angering Oyashiro-sama. That's how it's gonna turn out. Oh. There's no way Oyashiro-sama would inflict divine punishment on Tomotage-san. Tomotage-san had been killed by humans. And a cowardly group, no less. There's no one gonna let this end up being the fault of some curse. I think so as well. There's no such thing as divine punishment or curses. The tense mood was cut with the man's hearty laugh. That's how it must be, Maebara-san. Cooperation from individuals in Hinamizawa who don't believe in the curse is indispensable. Understand? Oh wow. Neither Tomotaki-san nor I believed in curses. But with the way things were going, it would just end up with Tomotaki-san's death marking the 5th year. Which would mean that Hinamizawa had rejected Tomotaki-san. That's, that's a statement. That was something I couldn't allow. Tomotaki-san was one of us. He didn't live in Hinamizawa, but he came every single year. In a sense, he was more resident than I was. There was no way that Tomotaki-san could have been cursed by Oyashiro-sama. But there's nothing I can do to help. I have no idea what happened that night either. That's another thing, like, we don't exactly know much about everyone either. Like, even though Keiichi's been here for quite a bit, like, I guess like 1 or 2 months, he then went to the funeral and we picked up with him then, and I started talking to everyone like that. We don't know anything about Tomotaki-san, or literally anyone for that matter, like, you know, at least this soon. So, like, who knows? I'm still going with the whole theory, like, maybe, like, that'd be goddamn hilarious, and this, like, the very opening for this game actually is, like, for the crime that happens next year, and Rika and Sadako, like Sadako kills Rika and all that, and someone else goes missing. It would just lay it out at the very beginning of the game and give the clues for you think that, then someone else dies, and you forget about it, then the next year rolls around, and now Rika's dead. And you'd be like, oh my gosh, you could predict this could have happened. I can definitely see that happening. Especially with how long I hear people say like these chapters are. Oh boy. It's probably never gonna come up ever again until the next year happens if everyone stays in this town. Oh boy. No. If you see or hear anything that draws your attention, then that is enough. If I see or hear, he's talking the future tense. Things, or people, or rumors. Anything is fine. I don't care if they're unfounded. Here, this is my number. If I'm not there, then just leave a message with whoever picks up. He handed me a piece of paper with his number on it, but I hesitated for a second. If I took it, then whether I wanted to or not, I'd be mired knee-deep in this matter. I don't, like, that just sounds like you don't want to have the responsibility of it, then. Please help me solve these questions surrounding Tomotaki-san's unfortunate death. Oh, yeah, that's right. Why was I hesitating? I need to find the murderer who killed my friend. I snatched the piece of paper as a satisfied grin spread across his face. Everything we spoke of today is a secret. Please keep this confidential. Understood. From your friends as well. Especially from Sonozaki and Furude-san. Please do not inform them. Furude. Mion Sonozaki and Furude-san. Rika Furude? It was the Furude shrine. Is that the reason why? Or, like, Sadako, like, well, they're close with, like, Rika, like, but also could be the whole thing of, like, Sadako stayed behind because, like, that's maybe her last name? I'm going with Rika Furude. Sonozaki? You mean Mion? You don't even know who Furude is here. You don't know their last names yet. But you got Rina's last name. Rina Ryugu. You mean Mion? Why? Are you saying that they have something to do with the incident? When the friends' names are brought up so abruptly and being told to keep it a secret from them, I became rather angry. This is what they call investigative privilege, I suppose. Don't play games with me! Mion is a close friend of mine! I snapped at him, but didn't seem to especially be offended. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't mind telling you, but it may just upset you. Say it! He hesitated a little. Turning his gaze to the outside of the car, he began to speak after thinking for a bit. There is a possibility that the string of incidents happening here in Hinamizawa are a result of a village conspiracy. I was thinking of that, actually. The us versus them thing. I was honestly thinking of that quite a bit. And it's like how the whole story is now being like fronted and loaded now is really just doubts of everything. They basically set up the whole damn incident of like the first murderers being like people had an argument with their boss, killing him, and trying to get away with it. One of the culprits like goes missing. Then the shrine priest dies, and then their wife like leaves a suicide note but goes missing and never seen again. Then what little we know of the housewife's homicide and whoever went missing there, and now here with the Tomataki being dead and the woman being missing. And if people had arguments with all of them, like those three, we don't know anything about the housewife's murder, but like if there was something going on with the shrine like priest that we don't know about and everything like that, then could just be like the town just slowly just like going under the Oyashiro's curse just to vent out like the people they hate. The whole deal of like the dam brought everyone so close together and like thinking unison, cult-wise and all that. The club is just the almost like I guess the biggest shorthand for it. Everyone's on the same wavelength mostly. Mostly. The only thing that's different about it just my like Keiichi Maebara it's just getting used to it more and more. Honestly. Like literally the whole deal of like he was also thinking being united in Hinamizawa, and now this happens, and now he's gonna be breaking out of it. That reverie. Now he's gonna be doubting everything, like thinking that maybe people in this town are actually working together to do something terrible and all that. Oh god, that's actually really interesting. Oh, I love that concept so much. I love it so much. There's no way that can be right. Give me a break. First of all, is there any proof of that? No evidence. Also, each of the cases were resolved, and none of the perpetrators had any direct connection to the village. Then how'd you come to that conclusion? Every year, the enemies of the village die on the day of the Wanta Nagashi. Don't you think that's enough reason to suspect something? Honestly, yeah. It's like a coincidence. It's like happened like what, like twice, a third time, but now a fourth time it happened. It's not a coincidence anymore. And like the shrine priest was the enemy of the village. What was it? No, no, God. Now that I go through it again, I'm like, didn't Tomatake like brought up anything about him? The brother like was actually like they brought up someone who like. Wait, what was it again? There was like one of those newspapers talked about like I guess like two people like going away from the village, but then like in a storm it collapsed, like a handrail they were leaning against and they both died and one went missing. But I can't remember where that was now. It's been a few days since going through this, so I'm getting If it didn't happen, if those two murders didn't happen that day, and it was literally just like a curse or things like that, or was that just an unfortunate accident based on like enemies of it? Like, I think they mentioned that was the brother of like one of the people who actually like agreeing with a dam project, and now they're dead. It does feel oddly coincidental, even if it didn't happen in Hinamizawa. Every year, the enemies of the village die on the day of the Wanta Nagashi. Do you think that's enough reason to suspect something? Only the residents in Hinamizawa felt that the day of the Wanta Nagashi was sacred. So basically, because incidents happened on that day, it was somehow related to Hinamizawa. It's not exactly concrete, but like it feels too coincidental. First, it was a dam construction foreman. Then it was a villager that supported it. Those the village held a grudge against die one after the other from mysterious causes. The means are different, but in the end the result is the same. Unfounded, unreasonable suspicion. But it couldn't just be shrugged off. Yeah, exactly. So the victims after that What about the Shinto priest and his wife's death? They weren't enemies of the village, that was the one thing. The villagers expected leadership from the Shinto priest at the time of the dam dispute, but he wasn't proactive, so there was a faction of villagers who harbored ill will towards him as a result. Okay, that explains that, why there's that connection to it. Oh god. Ill will? It's not like he did anything bad to the village. What about the housewife after that? Did she die just because she was the wife of the brother of a supporter? No, that was it. Not okay. That's such a trivial reason to kill someone. And what about Tomatake-san? He's not affiliated with the dam project at all. Was he killed just because he was an outsider? In the beginning, it fell on those related to the dam project, but as the years went by and the enemy threshold of the victims had become much lower. Well, it's the scary part. The bar keeps getting lower. What's scary about that? It means not just enemies of the village anymore. Just being an outsider could be reason enough. You're just giving him paranoia now. Then you're saying that next year's victim will be picked out of the village outsider pool? It might be a person that just moved here. What do you mean by... I swallowed my words. Here in Hinamizawa, the ones who would be considered the most outside would be... my family. I was proof enough of that, wasn't I? I still couldn't really remember the names of the people I passed by. Then, the next victims, my family. Was he saying it was going to be me? But what does that have to do with Mion? I can't go into details. The Sonozaki family led the dam protest. Okay! Quite fervently so. You're just piling on so much of this. Man, I'm loving this. Wow, God, the paranoia is great. Oh, my God, I love this. Oh, I love this so much, actually. Oh, God, I actually love this. This is also true of Mion Sonozaki-san herself. She has quite a few misdemeanor obstruction of public worker offenses on her record because of the protests. Wait, she was actually there for that. She actually is a true resident. Oh my god, she tried to fucking lie about that to Keiichi if this is all true. Oh god. Oh my god. I knew Mion had fought. This was the first I've heard of her family leading the protests, though. Then, well, what did it all mean? Wait, are you saying that Mion's family's involved with a string of incidents, then? I wouldn't go that far. I'm just saying that if it was a conspiracy, then they'd have the highest probability of being behind it. That's not a very clear explanation. It felt like he had magnificently avoided the details I really wanted to know. We don't know who or how involved anyone is right now. That's exactly why I don't want you to say anything to the villagers. Instead of answering, I gave a very bitter expression. It's saying that he understood it well enough. Well, then think of it like this. I don't want to worry the villagers who blindly believe it's the curse. How about that? Okay. What do you mean, how about that? How should I know? Well, the reasoning behind wanting me to not carelessly in my mouth about it wasn't too hard to comprehend. Yeah, and like based on how you just like slowly asking your friends about it, and they didn't want to bring it up at all. That just means, yeah, they don't want to talk about it at all. At all, for one reason or another. And you did actually feel the need to like hide the magazine, which I would have done the same, honestly, from the scrapyard. So I'm yay, bro, paranoia. God, I actually do feel a bit nervous, like learning all of this though. It's honestly kind of amazing. It's great, love it. But the reasoning behind wanting me to not carelessly in my mouth about it wasn't too hard to comprehend. The perpetrator was here. It had nothing to do with a curse. He was definitely going to be caught by the police and made to pay for his crimes. And none of the villagers should have anything to do with that process. It may cause those sensitive with the curse to just needlessly worry. Just like everyone kept it from me, so I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, there's that possibility too. Is it now my turn to keep it from them so they didn't have to worry? That just goes into the whole things of like, is it good to lie? Which in some cases it is, yes, but like when it comes to something bigger and bigger and bigger, Sometimes you actually tackle the problem, then it just turns into a whole thing of like everyone's collectively feels like they shouldn't talk about it all just for the sake of everyone else. That's a slippery slope right there. Oh boy. Just like everyone kept it from me, so they wanted to worry about it. Is it now my turn to keep it from them, so they didn't have to worry? I'm just talking to myself. Unlike me, everyone else has been worrying over these mysterious incidents yearly, and the incident this time probably means a lot more to them. I didn't want to burden them anymore. In the end, everything went as the man had wanted, as insipid as it was, but it couldn't be helped. I'm thinking on even more, like, I guess, like, that's what I, thinking about it now, like, a tiny bit, maybe, of, maybe a tiny bit of trust related to, like, the teacher, thinking about it, like, if she figured, like, reporters and police are gonna come and, like, maybe, like, try to question people, like, I don't think a teacher, like, would allow, like, it's, like, anyone to, like, come in, or, like, allow, like, someone to see us, like, a student, and let's say had a good reason, like, there was a connection, like, family connection, something like that. If, like, because the teacher, like, is letting, like, the guest, like, like, letting Keiichi know about the guest waiting the entrance, I'm willing to believe he's a police officer, actually. That, or I'm, thinking more about it, the paranoia, more stuff, but oh yeah. Okay, I understand. I'll keep to myself. Is that fine? Mr. Oishi, from the Okinomiya police station. Oh. From the radio logs. You can call me Kuro-chan if you want. No. Oishi sounds fine. The way he said it was unpleasant, yet retained hints of politeness. He was the spitting image of a vulgar police officer. Though, I've never seen one this bulky before in the cop shows I watched. He's not like the anime and manga I've gone through. No. Real life, no. I'm taking up too much time. Your friends are waiting, aren't they? I should probably let you go back to them. The door opened with a click and it streamed in the oppressive heat. It was blistering outside the car. Was it really this hot of a day? Well, that's a whole load of lots of things plopped onto a little middle school boy's shoulders. Nice. Yay. Well, at least now all your friends won't think that anything weird is going on, that you think you're gonna cheat through the game. If you even decide to remember that technique you made with me with Rena, sorry. At least they won't suspect it now. They think something actually happened. Oh my god. How are you gonna explain this actually to them? Oh my. It was an almost cruel heat, as opposed to mechanical coolness inside the car. Okay, I kind of like that phrase now. Mechanical coolness. I like that phrase. It was as if the land of Hinamizawa itself suddenly hated me. I felt a little sad as though a thought crossed my mind. That means though Yoshiro's curse is planted on you. And also, yeah, like, now just realizing that whole detail of, like, I'm a outsider, and also just that's the very Passover detail of your parents not being able to get to the festival because your dad didn't wake up in time. Yay! And if it was like a group that like actually attacked Tomatake, if it's like literally is like villagers, like, I'm killing someone at the beginning. Like, what was it, the third year murder happened because like a person, the killer, like wanted to continue the tradition. It wouldn't be too hard to think like it could happen again for entire village. Think about it, like bring everyone together by killing an outsider, cult activities. I didn't mean to suspect your friends. Please don't misunderstand that. I refrained from telling him that it was too late to say something that's self-serving. It's fine if you don't see or hear anything, Maebara-san. It would help to prove that the village is not involved after all. I'll contact you if I hear or see anything. But I'm no detective. They become one. Please don't expect too much from me. I won't. You're useless. You don't have to become a detective. Just go on living as you have until now. Just let me know if you notice anything. I hastily made my way back to the school building after giving it a quick bow. See you later. Farewell, Maebara-kun. I returned to the school building without looking back. Wow, Jelly G. Willikers, a day in the life, a normal middle school boy. I don't know how much time had passed. I did feel bad for keeping them waiting, but right now there was a lot on my mind. Tomotaki-san's death was hard enough as it is. But to think that there was a possibility of a village conspiracy? Oh yeah, we're not supposed to talk about the whole, I guess, like, people, like, the whole, like, threatening your friends in the village conspiracy, stuff like that. Is he allowed to speak of who died or anything happened? I'm gonna assume no, but, like, oh. Ooh. It's gonna cause rift in the group. Noise. Worse still, there was also a chance that Mion was involved. Nonsense. Impossible. Not Mion, Rina, Sadako, or Rika-chan. It was a group that attacked Tomotaki-san? Who could the perpetrators be? Could it be they were hiding here? Somewhere in Hinamizawa? I didn't know. All I could say for certain was that I knew that Mion couldn't be the perpetrator. It's Michan! The perpetrator! Huh? I was startled to hear Rina's voice. Oh, look at that. They went along as usual without you. You are an outsider! Wow. With the rope and the... lounge! No. No! God damn it. Being smoked out. God, like that. Rina clutched her head while flailing about. Looks like you're just self-destructing over here. Wow. Oh, Keiichi-san, you're quite late. As you may well know, I'm seething with anger. That's not anger, that's annoyance. Then might go to anger. Sorry about that. I was called to the staff room, you see. You were reprimanded for bad behavior? Yes! Yes, I was! That's a shame. What'd you do? I don't want to talk about it. Well, it's been pretty heated over here. This is getting pretty late. Let's make the next thing the last one. If I remember right, I had 0 points. Oh yes, you were playing the game for how many long time just talking to the detective. You're in last place. Isn't it pretty much decided that I'm going to be finishing in last place? Yeah, you guys are being so unfair. God damn it, Mion, I hate you. You're behind it all, aren't you? What was that? Nothing. Don't worry, Keiichi-kun. I'm at -1 points. Oh. So just don't guess wrong, or just keep playing until someone else makes a wrong move, then you're fine. Or Rina actually makes the correct choice, the correct deduction next game. And both of you lose, yay! The heck? Her score was lower than mine, and I wasn't even playing. Yeah, if you guess wrong, you get a point taken off of you. That was the rules. This is the final match to decide if the penalty is going to be carried out by Rina alone, or by both Kei-chan and Rina. Yeah, right. Just let Rina do the penalty by herself. You're just letting her become the outsider. Good plan, let someone else be the outsider. We made a promise, Keiichi-kun, that we would both win. I waited all this time, you know? You know? Oh, sorry about that. Good, they don't suspect a thing. We can now manipulate them as we please. God. I followed my initial plan as showing Rina my cards. I didn't say who was the criminal. I just waited for her to call. I got it! Okay, well, it's time to find out if you're right now. And now, like, this music getting back now, there's now intensity to everything they do now. And especially if the whole time, like, the group's getting acting normal-ish. Until, I guess, the whole, death and murder, becomes public. Everyone's gonna be acting exactly the same. Except for Keiichi. Now we're thinking and doubting everything. Which is, honestly, that's amazing. I love this. I love this so much. God, oh god, I can tell why people love, how this is written so much. How is the anime, made like this? With the first few episodes, completely slice of life as well. And then, this whole thing came up, and then the rest of it was like normalized life stuff, and like added more doubts and stuff in the background. Oh god, this is great. I got it! The murderer is me! Oh my god, it is you! The poison at the entrance! Is it? Is it? I don't know, you should remember if you killed someone, right? My, Rena, quite a quick answer. The stab in the dark. Oh. Rena's correct. God damn it, we're both the outsiders. Why couldn't we be the outsider, Rena? Oh! It's decided that Keiichi-san shall take part in the penalty as well. Hooray! Oh god, now I'm just thinking it's like the group dynamics now. He's gonna try everything in his power to like try to become part of the group now even more. Even if the curse doesn't exist and all that, with just the threat of a village conspiracy and the curse all over, he has to feel like he has to fit in way much more now. Oh god, this is amazing. Oh. Hooray, Keiichi-kun, let's both do our best, Star. Yeah, let's do our best. It's my fault, so I have no choice. The next game. It's me, Mion Sonozaki, ranked first. In dead last are Keiichi Maebara and Rina Ryugu. Now I'm curious to see if like oh gosh, like Mion's family seems like okay, I'm trying to think more symbolically now, like stuff like this. Like are Rika and Sadako like other transfer students like that? Or like they both lived here like all their lives, stuff like that? I'm trying to think of like more details like that. Definitely think like Furude Shrine is like like Furude is literally just Rika's last name. It feels like it fits. Everyone applauded and the game ended. The problem now was the penalty. Now then, I ranked first, so I decided we'd be buying for the gopher penalty. What would she make us buy, I wonder. Let's blacklist the drugstore. That was your aim, wasn't it? Huh? I don't have any business at the drugstore. You're actually doing this for errands? Okay, no, that's actually kind of that's hilarious. I gotta buy my family wants me to buy groceries. Do it for me. This old man's already got a list prepared for you on this piece of paper. Wow, you were thinking that far ahead. Or we're taking too long in the bathroom. Whoa, there's a lot written here. I'm not paying for this my own goddamn allowance to you. A lot? Damn, what is she making us buy? 2 blocks of tofu, shampoo and conditioner. It literally is errand runs. Apple vinegar and fried tofu. Oh, I tried apple vinegar. Straight up. Actually, it's kind of... besides the sour and bitterness, it actually tastes quite good. The heck is this? It looks more like a shopping list than a penalty. I called it. Oh my god, I love this. Mia was certain that she was going to win today. Rule 7 of society. How many? What, 7? What are the other goddamn 4 of the rules? We only heard 3, I thought. You cannot refuse any penalty. How many are there? Here is some money. The shampoo I usually get is Fruit Fable. Thanks. This is just your grocery list. I promised myself that if I won next time, I would make her go buy hemorrhoid cream. Oh my god. Well, this penalty is never going to happen ever again. Oh my god, actually. Okay, this chapter was amazing. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Well, section anyway. It's just me, like, feels like these sections are longer now. Oh god, actually, that makes this even funner. Oh god, I thought we only get 1. Okay. Well, I'm sticking to my whole thing of, like, whether, like, I'm, not a clue achievement. Oh god. Well, I'll do my whole thing of, like, we finish a section, then we listen to the tips. That's how it is. I'm doing that for every single episode. Even if the sections get longer, like an hour long, I'll just stop after that section is done. Then we'll move on to the next one. That's my general thing now. If it's not as long, both sections for the chapter. But just from how the Once Nagashi festival went, along with them talking to Tomataki and that woman, the sections itself seem so much longer now. Wow, actually. And these are literally just, police documents. Nice, but there's like 2 more then? So, huh. Or there's more tips actually, and they're lying to us. There's a number down here. Okay, there are more than 4 perpetrators. This has got me intrigued. So much. Okay, Clunk, I like this little place. this is like just a discussion room, like a boardroom for the police. Then, from the sound of it, forensic investigator. Hypovolemic shock induced by clawing out their own throat. Hypovolemic. I want to learn that real quick. Definitely like go into more detail, like how he died. Doesn't and if it's like this details in there, it seems like the cop is like not lying to us, but like there might be details which the police are trying to hide from the general public, which makes sense, honestly. Sometimes they lie to like get to the truth and all that kind of fact. Okay. Hypovol Volmenia. Well, there's hypovolemia. A decrease of volume of circulating blood in the body. Huh. Cool. Cool that someone cleared out their own throat, not anything like that. Tissue is patched in the nails, not someone else's nails. It's undoubtedly by the individual's own nails. The shape of the scars also matches. I'm just realizing now this whole time that this is gonna be quite a fun time where if by all this time like this is gonna be devastating for the group in one way or another. Whether or not the police actually find the perpetrator who like I guess attacked Tomatake, or they never do, and Keiichi actually has to either like lie next year when he Tomatake is meant to come back, or yeah, either he tells the group right then and there when Tomatake is like not shown up at all by next like next year's like summer, or yeah, literally it's gonna be fun. That's gonna be so much fun. God. Hmm. The shape of the scars also matches. Oh. Yeah, I know that immediate cause of death was suicide. I get it. You're saying the cause of death is unnatural, right? It's not quite the same level as when your back itches and you scratch a little too hard and draw blood to roll. I don't think that happened. Like, no. Like, this, no. Okay. How bad that scratch up and makes you draw blood from it? Some of Tomatake's fingernails have been pulled out. If he's been clawing that much. And the wounds in the hand, that whole thing. What do they mean by that? Like, about splinters of the wood he was, like, swinging around? And, like, I guess, like... I guess the only thing I can think of in terms of, trying to think in my head is something similar to, like, there's, like, abrasions or, like, some kind of, like... The closest thing I think of as an analogy is, like, rope burn, honestly. Like, some people, like, there's, like, a big bruise or something like that in the hands, like, where I was holding it. And, like, the piece of wood slide around their hands a bit, like, to keep gripping it. Splinters, maybe, of the wood and all that. That connects it to, like, him holding the piece of lumber he was swinging around. I'm assuming that's what it means for and all that. Hmm. Some of Tomatake's fingernails have been pulled out. The fingernails are actually rip off surprisingly easy. Honestly, sometimes yeah. Like that's probably another. That's actually a good reason why you all should cut your fingernails. Okay. I think I remember seeing like. I remember actually looking up like just one day I was looking down at my own hands and like just my feet, just thinking of myself. What do my hands and feet look like if I don't have any nails? That was uncanny valley just looking at it. Well, mostly just because I'm so used to seeing nails right there. I've seen people like like have this whole thing like the space of the nails would be like the little indentation, like they're just growing on both sides, like almost making a bridge. It's probably not a pleasing discussion to talk about, but it's interesting to me a bit. Like, yeah, surprisingly easy to rip off. I can actually believe that. Hmm. I mean, if you have to move like when you're cutting nails and all that, like you can push them up to like, I guess clippers and all that in there. But it really hurts. Under normal circumstances, the pain would prevent you from completely pulling them out. Yeah, like akin to the nerve endings. Also, there are a lot of bruises on Tomatake's body. It's clear from the shape of them that he was assaulted first by someone or a group of people. Hmm. Hmm. According to the toxicology report, the deceased was in an extreme state of hysteria before death. Then he fought back and clawed his own throat because of how hysterical he'd become. A guy's attacking extremely would have been surprised by that. It is possible that in such an abnormal environment, a person could have performed acts that a sane individual couldn't possibly imagine. That seems more like a step away. Like I'm pretty sure like there's there's not a lot of cases of people getting attacked in the middle and fending off an attacker and like having the insatiable need to claw out their own throat. I don't think that's a commonplace thing to do, especially if like you're describing it as like you're trying to describe it like trying to toss the weird, insane possibility under the rug. It just feels so weird. No, no, it's not what it should be like. That's not what any of this should be like. That's not how the brain should work. That means if he was in hysteria, he realized something that really freaked him out to some end, or he turned more than hysterical and more into insanity. That must be something like that. Of course, those are very rare cases. Oh, vending machine. Okay. Actually, Oshikun, that wood plank the deceased used a weapon. They all only found sand and paint from the guardrail on it. A wood plank. Sand and paint from the guardrail. So paint chips. So that's connected like they he actually literally hit a guardrail? Like there was like he was found dead on the side of the road, so like he was trying to get he's swinging around and like it hit behind him and it latched onto the wood plank and they climbed over it just to get away. Then Claudia was thrown and died right there into the ditch. What about cloth fibers or skin? Nothing. The deceased didn't strike the assailants. Or it could be they took the plank he was fighting back with. They took the plank he was fighting back with. But then you mentioned those paint chips on the wood plank itself. Or they think they were smart enough to actually fake a weapon the victim was holding? In that case, they wouldn't have gone out of their way to replace it with another. They'd take them all. Har, 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 that's true. Tomotage is pretty built and tanned. He was quite athletic. He has another thing I was thinking back in my mind. Like, if it had to be to that point, it couldn't just be one other person. Especially if he was like, if we're going with the weird theory that he was literally just that he was like just had like a momentary lapse in sanity just from like being attacked and all that. Like it feels like he would have a tiny bit of well, it depends if the other attackers have a weapon or something like that, like something sharper than a wood plank, something blunt instead of sharp and more likely to cause damage. Yeah, more like that. I think it might got that's why he like started swinging around in a panic. I guess then. Tomotage is pretty built and tanned. He's quite athletic. Oh, that's right. He was pretty active. I can't imagine what kind of sports he did when he was alive, but I think his physical strength would be on the higher side, meaning he would be difficult to overpower in a brawl. Which, yeah, with a combined thing of like he himself will like be strong enough as well, and like he still keeps him fit, even if he just like he's a photographer. Maybe he hikes around places, like take pictures of environments and all that. If that's his big work, like he'd be pretty like built like that, hiking and like weightlifting and maybe stuff like that. He should have an advantage unless there's a group of people attacking him. If a man with such a physique sensed he was in danger and swung the plank around frantically, it's just unthinkable it wouldn't even nick the perpetrator. His opponent was unarmed. This guy had a wooden plank, so you'd think he hit them at least once. Now, like, this is definitely not something to think, like, I don't think is true, but I think it's a possibility to keep in mind as well. What if, like, he was talking to the woman, like, walking back home, or, like, walking with her, or whatever, and, like, we don't actually know about the woman's name yet, or, like the relationship they have with Tomatake. So, like, especially with, like, how cold, like, the one talked, like, seemed, or just, like, she was a villager there. Like, did she say something to Tomatake and just he got frantic about it, or something could have happened between them there. That's another possibility. I completely doubt it, but maybe something happened, like they were being attacked when she was there walking with him, and then and since she's missing, we don't know exactly what's going on there. And especially thinking back and forth on the whole detail of like both the big scroll of text of like after the Oyashiro, like, like sacred rite, the ritual they did with the cotton, and the very beginning opening of the game, makes it seem like either like something like a murderous intent lashed onto someone's mind. Like it just started like creeping in everyone's brains, or it's like possession, or like literally just driving someone mad slowly. Hmm. And if someone's a good enough liar, then they literally can just pass off being normal this whole time. Hmm. Hmm. And thinking turns to supernatural stuff too. Hmm. Hmm. My mind is going 100 miles a minute. To surround and take down Sonos' physique. I wonder how many people would take. Probably more than two. Or the very least two. You dimwit. If anything, that's your specialty. Have you forgotten your bad cop days? If I was to take down this guy, how many would I need? When a group wants to take down big prey, it's fundamental attack with numbers. I guess about 4. Oh, wow. That seems almost the same number of people in our group besides Keiichi. Doesn't mean anything, obviously. If there was a gap in their strength, they'd manage. Oh, then there are quite a few perpetrators. So any drunken disorderly groups have more than 4 suspicious? A group of 4 or more. Just, if they had that many, then couldn't they have hidden the body in a less obvious location? Or did he somehow break away from the fatal predicament? Then there would be no reason to commit suicide. Yeah. Yeah, the whole suicide clawing a throat thing is the biggest thing. Or they, like, it's literally just, like, if it was villagers and all that, like, they, like, it could be another thing, like, how the third one came out, and just somehow they killed someone, like, the housewife was murdered, and, like, their whole motive was literally just, like, to keep the dead and missing trope, like, in the town, like keep going for insane reasons, then here again maybe it could be the same thing, or with an added motive. We do not like you. We're gonna attack you and kill you, or they just want to talk and they got violent, and then for some reason he clawed out his own thing in suicide, whether for madness or something else, and they decided to leave it there just as a thing to just let everyone else in the town find out about it, or discover and like keep the weird traditional unity in check and all that. There's a lot of things that can go. There's a lot of things that can go. Moreover, I still can't comprehend the irregular way he died. It's full of mysteries. And that's under serious consideration on my end, too. I'll be examining it as thoroughly as possible, but don't get your hopes up. After all, we've never encountered death like this before. I'm not hoping for much, but I'm looking forward to the results. Oishi-san, the chief is calling you. Cool, my guy. Okay. Thanks. See you around. Yeah, best wishes. Interesting. Very interesting. And finally, a search notice. A search party notice that woman. Oh, do you actually learn her name? We learn her name. Okay, just the fact we're starting a ceiling, that's ominous. Jiro Tomatake, deceased. Resided in a cheap hotel in Shishibone City. Registered under the name Jiro Tomatake. Pen name. Wait, is his real name or pen name? Travels with via folding bike. Nice. Oh, that's how he probably got built too as well. No license. The bicycle was found 300 meters away, abandoned at the side of a forest path. He was on a bicycle? Present on the day of the festival, accompanied by the missing Mio Takano. That's her name. Mio Takano. Was seen around 9 p.m. by police. Location afterwards unknown. Held residence in Hinamizawa for 1 week, each session for the last 5 to 6 years. Each season. Freelance photographer specializing in wild birds. Check with magazine companies. Nothing suspicious in the film located around among the articles of the deceased. So they didn't take a picture of the attacker either. Especially they didn't bring it up, so I don't think there was going to be anything special on the camera either. While it was among the articles of deceased, so they left the ID behind, was there still money in it? Then it's not a murder, like a murder or like an attack or like a motive like theft then. Mere act of violence? From the contents of his wallet, he spent most of his time around Tokyo and Chiba, along the Cebu National Railway line. No individual matching the name Jiro Tomatake in the residency records of any of the Tokyo wards. Tokyo wards. Compare teeth and dental records. Sent to Metro Police. Where he's saying that, like, just from the pen name and, like, you're bringing out the wards and all that, like, Jiro Tomataki is actually a pen name? Hmm. Attach a photo. Send to Metro Police. Contact magazines regarding Jiro Tomatake. Mio Takano. Missing. Nurse at Irie Clinic. Hmm. Became close to Tomatake through a passion for wild bird photography. Oh, okay, that's okay. Resides in Okinomiya, blank, district blank. Single. why you make it like that? Okay. Witness accompanying Tomataki in the festival grounds. Currently missing. Like, okay, you have to put the full fact that she's single. Like, okay, all right then. Like, are you saying like Tomataki was single and like they were like getting that closer? Hmm. Abducted, or maybe a suspect. An important person of interest. Had no motive to kill the deceased. Squabble from jealousy. Need to thoroughly investigate the relationship. Yeah, okay, that's the reason why I put it like that. Okay. Place of work, etc. Need to get information from the police on scene again. I want some cream puffs. You go do that, dude. Go eat those cream puffs and those baguettes and all that. You'll get those donuts. 4 jumbo ones. Yeah, go do that. Go do that, dude. Go do it. Oishi. Get it for him? Okay. Okay. Wow, actually. Okay, so we know her name now. I'll need to write that down because I'm pretty sure, like, the name is not probably going to get brought up a few times, especially with going from, you know, Keiichi's perspective. Unless he hears something about her from her workplace or the Irie Clinic or the nurses thing. Man, my mind is going off miles a minute. Oh boy. Like, well, my theory is wrong, but I couldn't be more happier as wrong. This makes it so much more intriguing, actually. Oh my god. Because instead of like the group being messed up because someone is dead and like maybe one of them is a killer, instead in this group it's literally a whole case of someone else being murdered, and like there might be a whole thing of someone in the group actually being involved with it instead. Maybe. Most likely not, but like that paranoia, god. That's the one thing I hear about this game a lot, of like doubting, the same amounts of doubts you get for the protagonist to speak. I can't even say protag. I'm not proactive enough to be as a protagonist. Man, okay, this is actually really good. We're getting into like the meat of this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Also, just I'm looking over. I looked over the Steam, like the Steam page again, and just scrolled down to like a one non-spoiler comment, just like, God, just someone just like, I love the slice of life stuff in here. Like, I want to get to the darker stuff. Please go back. Please, I want to go back to the fun part. Please go back to this fun part. Please, please, please. This game is gonna go so dark. Especially with them, I didn't expect they would actually like have it being a suicide of like clawing out your own throat with your own fingernails. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Like, I've heard of like, you know, people like, you know, clawing like against the killer, stuff like that, of course, but like to do it to your own self, to kill yourself? Oh my god, that's dark. Oh my god. Wow, okay. Like, honestly, seriously, like just the dynamic is now shaken up a bit. The status quo is now gone and all that. That was the whole thing. It's like learning a tiny bit about the whole curse from the like I guess the fourth set of victims as well, as almost weirdly fitting in a weird like, you know, structural sense. Oh my, oh my, oh geez, oh man, oh gosh. I am really looking forward to this now, way much more, especially if the game is going to go back at, like, literally instead of, like, being completely slice of life now, they're going to intermingle both the darker aspects with the slice of life, and everyone, like, to Keiichi, it's literally just getting a combination of both, but to everyone else in the group, Mion, Rina, Rika, or Sadako, it's literally just going to be pure slice of life fun times, and nothing's wrong at all. Nothing's wrong at all. Isn't that right, Keiichi? Nothing's going on? Yeah, nothing's wrong. See, everything's hunky-dory in this little town where nothing bad happens. Nothing bad happens. Man, I'm looking so forward to this. I'm really curious to see how this changed, like, how Keiichi thinks and how he acts now. Because he's now been more preoccupied, and, like, he does the game, like, completely just, like, he had time to cool off and think about it, like letting Rina take charge in the game. I'm now curious of how he, like, thinks and acts and, like, does everything else, just learning about the whole fact and moving along with his life. I'm really more intrigued about the fact, and I guess we'll see how that goes for next time. So, what a fun time to watch as I am playing us. Hope we see you next time. The time may be, and I hope you have a fantastic day.